Good morning, everyone, and good afternoon for those that are on the East Coast. It's Wednesday, July 30th. Just one more day of July. Hello, Jesse, Jennifer, and Dee Smith, and Lucille, and Precious Pieces, and Stephanie. Welcome in, everyone. Please remember to click the thumbs up button. I just saw. Oh, hello, hi, Patricia. So I was being proactive and winding another bobbin. Hey, Crafty Leo and Danny and Lady Bear. So I don't have any blank ones, but I had a black bobbin that was pretty close down there. So I pre-wound that. So now I'm at the threading part, but I didn't want to be late. And welcome you all in. Thank you for being here, spending your lunchtime with me. I am making the bowl koozie. Um, as most of you know, I've been doing the gift giving items that make great gifts for any time of the year. And I have someone that wants this. I'll make her a new one, of course, because I've been using this for my thread trash. But this is a ice cream koozie, and she says I want those colors. So I'll be making a. Oh, she wants a set. She wants the ice cream koozie and the bowl koozie, and but she wants it in matching colors. So so I have that. I have that prepped. I'll be doing that. This one, and also I have one in the teal colors. So you just give me a moment. I will continue to thread my machine. I thought this wax comes apart. Oh, it does. So I got some beeswax so that I can get my fingers instead of licking the fingers, because that's not very sanitary when you're giving people gifts. If you're just doing your own thing for your own self, that's fine. I need some light. So Crafty Leo and I share the same birthday, and I tell you, we are both getting pretty wild about the upcoming day, and can barely contain ourselves. Hey, Kelly, just got home. Kelly, are you sewing with me today? I know you said you were going to try. So this is pretty easy. You need two 10-inch pieces, two 10-inch square pieces of fabric. And you could do the same, or you could do coordinating colors because it is reversible. And so believe me, like I got chocolate ice cream on my other one. And so just so I didn't have to look at it until I washed it, I just reversed it. And so now when I have chocolate ice cream, which is rare, um, I'll use the darker side of the purple. I know I brought it out here. The other one is like this, but I did get the chocolate out, so that's good. So anyway, so you need two pieces of fabric, 10-inch squares, and then you need two pieces of the batting. And I originally put just one in the description, but then when I found my notes, it is two. You do back both pieces. And the batting that I use is the Wrap-N-Zap, and you can get it at Walmart, or you can get it at Amazon. But for this, it needs everything needs to be 100% cotton because you could put these in the microwave. Um, you can put your bowl inside here and then just heat that up in the microwave. Then when you get it out, then you're holding on to the end pieces or the points. And other things you need are the basics: sewing machine, scissors, ruler, rotary cutter, um, and that's it. Possible seam ripper. Hey, Robin, welcome in. Who else, who else just came in? Danny, I can't remember if I said hello to you yet. Just Craft Therapy, welcome in. Okay, so let me finish putting this bobbin in here. And it is hot. I don't know. Oh, because I have this lamp right on top of me. So I am home, so you're not going to have any visits with the dogs or the cats. I'm sorry, no entertainment here. But it's taken me a while, I mean, to adjust to just having to take care of me solely. Because, if it wasn't the dogs needing to go out or, the cats needing to be fed, and it was just a lot. And this Gigi was tired, is tired. So it'll take a while. I am still waking up early in the morning but I do go back to bed and and sleep another hour or so. All right, so I'm finishing up this bobbin. Let's see, I need to bring it here. That's not right. Oh, it comes from the front, then to the back. All right. Yeah, so I know I only have one bowl koozie for myself, and but I posted it on my family Facebook, and then it was like everybody went crazy for it. Some hats, one of my classmates from high school has them, and but she needs more, so I have to hurry up and make more so that I can put them in my shop. Okay, so I have this. So I am ready. Oops, I'm sorry, I forgot my ruler. Okay, so whoops. Purple. Hi, Renee. Okay, draw an X and stitch. Okay, so we're going to, I'm going to go ahead and put it on here. Just put the X on here. And I have water soluble pen. I didn't even know about those heat activated ones because I had stopped sewing about 30 years ago, and now I'm picking it back up again. And now there's all these tools. So I'll be getting the heat activated one in my future. Okay, so this is going to be our stitching line. So I mentioned this before when I was making something else, but I saved the scraps of this for my great granddaughter because she makes little stuffies and she's been using toilet paper to stuff it. So, so anyway, so I've given her an alternative to wasting the family tissue. She's a good little artist too. There. So now we just attach to the wrong side of the fabric. We're going to put the batting on. And these I cut out a long time ago, so they are 10 inches, but you can make the batting a little bit shorter so that um, you don't have so much bulk. I do that with the ice cream koozies. I don't think I'm going to change that with this because it shrinks. So um, like with the fabric. Anyway, thinking of doing like a recap show of all of the gifts ideas that I used for the month of July. And there has been some things that went wrong and I've corrected it. And so I just feel like I want to show y'all what the corrections were. So I've never done a short before. I think I'm just want to do like a pop-up. Just just pop in and do it. Sorry, I gotta put my goodness. Went to a sewing center the other day, a brother's sewing center, and it's I live so dang close to Mexico. If I make the wrong turn or miss a turn, I end up in Mexico. And so anyway, uh, it's not bad because they let you in. It's just whether or not Texas lets you back in. And right now they're doing full inspections of the cars. I was lucky. My daughter-in-law got stuck the other day. Um, but she went over there shopping. She was over there and get some grocery shopping. Okay, so I'm gonna stitch my X on on here, and it's gonna take care of this. Um, make sure I'm doing everything right. Okay. Hi, Erin. Yeah, it wouldn't give me so much anxiety if I could speak the language, but I mean, Border Patrol does speak English, but I just really like to get out and explore, and always ends up getting me in the wrong places. So, Erin, these are everything is very similar to making the ice cream koozies or using the uh, for the rice bowls. Um, it's just when we get to the corner part is what changes to make the different size. So that's great because then you can just like pre-cut and then pre-cut stuff, and then when you're ready to sit down and stitch, you can decide, do I want this a bowl koozie or an ice cream koozie? Hi, Martha. It's a 10-inch square, Erin. I put everything in the description under the video. Now, if you're going to use this in the microwave, everything needs to be cotton. The batting needs to be cotton, the fabric, the thread. And this is the cotton batting. I get it at Walmart. Just Craft Therapy, are you in the tsunami danger zone? I know Portland is. I have 2 kids in Portland. 3 kids. I don't know. One keeps moving. Okay, but I don't know. And then my granddaughter that just moved to Los Angeles, she's inland. You're in the hills, hour and a half away. Okay, that's good. Okay, so fold in half. Fold in half and clip to make sure fabric, oh wait, this way. Because I remember the next line says make sure fabric is not puckered underneath here. Oh, I'm shedding. Okay, so you can clip it or you can pin it. I'm going to pin it because I don't have sewing clips yet. Then fold in half, clip, check to make sure your fabric is not bunched inside, measure up 1 inch from the fold and 2 inches from the raw edge. I didn't make a template for this. I made one for the ice cream thing. So we're going to go up 1 inch. Oh, where's my... Okay. So we're going to go up 1 inch. Katie Smith. Okay, so we're going to go up 1 inch. And then measure along the fold 2 inches. I'll be making a template. Because it's just easier. No, it's easier to use a template. But that's for something else I made. Okay, then 2 inches here. Okay, so then I'm going to stitch from that point to this point. I'm going to stitch there. It's coming back to me. Okay. Two inches in. And 1 inch up. Jess, what are you working on today? Are you playing with your new printer? That's exciting. Hi, Beverly. Are you checking in from the work bushes? Yes, we have orders for that, but currently doing a run through on the drying mat. Oh, okay. I couldn't find the drying mat, but I found $85 worth of other stuff. I'll show later. Um, all right, so then we're going to stitch and then cut, and that's going to create a dart. And we're doing back up stitch at both ends. You want to make sure that there's no pucker in here. Just put your finger in and smooth out that fabric in there. That work. the work bushes. Okay, then now we're going to clip these. We're going to clip this here. Then we're going to open this up, and then you're going to match the, so it you open it up and it makes these darts. Then you're going to fold it up that way, and you're going to match up these seams. Clip or pin. Make sure your fabric's not bunched up in there. Then you're going to repeat this process. You're going to make a mark 1 inch up from the fold along the raw edge and 2 inches from the raw edge along the fold, 2 inches, and mark there. I'll be there in a minute. So these are something really easy that you can do batch sewing for. Just get everything all prepped and move everything along in the same steps. Just make sure you match when you're sewing the two together, that you're sewing the two you want to do together. But you know, sometimes happy accidents happen. Oh, Renee, what happened? Did something happen like to your quilt? Hi, Sharon. Okay, so again, we're going to do up one along the raw edge. I don't know if you could see, but see this, it rolled even though I made sure that it didn't. But when I stitch that, I want to make sure. Oh, you did a whole block? without batting. Yeah. Oh my goodness. And you did embroidery on it? That's not as, I don't think it's as easy to fix like with the seam ripper. I've seen somebody say that they use a that eyebrow shaver to remove stitches. Okay, then 2 inches along the fold. I can see where that would be really helpful for to remove embroidery thread. Uh, okay, so there's that. Two inches along the fold. And 1 inch up the edge. Oh, you did, okay. You did say you have extra fabric though, right? So you can just redo that and not have to take that all apart. That's good. Okay, oops. Oh, Renee, that's good. See, we're not hoarding fabric. We're just being prepared. Wait, in case in case something like that happens. Backup plan. Yep. Erin, how you doing? Are you with me, or Kelly, are you sewing with me? Before I cut that, I want to make sure. Okay, because that one just was giving me trouble. Make sure I don't have. All right. Okay, so then when we get the second set of darts done on both pieces, then again, we're going to trim. Close, but not too close to the edge. Okay. All right, so this is what we have. Okay. Okay, so then stick both bowls face to face, and so right side to right side, and I'm going to match up the darts. And then match up the points. Hi, Marlies. Welcome in. Are you on your lunch break? It's my hair trying to get in there. Okay, so we're pinned all the way around. And then once again, that's where my instructions end. Because it's like, oh, I got this. So then we're just gonna, so then the last step is just stitch all the way around a 1/4 inch seam. Back stitch at the beginning, back stitch at the end, and of course leave a spot to turn. I never leave a big, I always do such a small spot, but it always works out. But I'm going to try. I'm going to put, people do all kinds of tricks, like do different color pins where they're going to stop. Oh, welcome to the retired club. Retired, but take care of my 94-year-old mom. So I try to get in when I can. Well, bless you. You're so lucky to still have your mom. I miss my mom. It just never, she's been gone almost 12 years. October will be 12 years. And I really miss her. She'd be so happy that I'm sewing again. Okay, so I'm going to start here. And when I get to the point, when I get to this point, I'm going to keep my needle in and then pivot. the best I can. I have to put a disclaimer on my hand sewn projects in my website. This is hand sewn. It may have what do they say when it's like a handmade fabric? You'll have slubs and they're not defects. It's character of the fabric. Okay, I'm at the dart, so I'm sticking my needle in and pivoting so it keeps a nice sharp corner or edge there. Make sure my fabric is not puckered up underneath. Hey, Connie, welcome in. Making bowl koozies today. After I made my first bowl koozie, I'm like, oh, I need this. I need this for my ice cream containers. And then it turns out, it's the same same size thing. You just change the dart size. And so I want to, oh, I'm my jar koozie. I'm going to play around with sizes for that. Because water bottles water bottles now are so flimsy. I use this because it's a hard one, but I'd like to have one that is decorative. Connie the sewing queen. She makes bags and stuff. Duffel bags, purses. I used to make a lot of different things. When my son was again drum lessons, um, I made him a carrying case for his sticks. Kept them nice. Whoops, what am I doing? I want this. All right, so I'm reached the pin that I'm leaving for the opening. Okay, you can stop, Gail. Not yet, Jess. I'm going to work on the pattern for that. Okay, so I have my opening, but before I turn it, I'm going to snip these areas here so that it will be a cleaner, sharper turn. It might make sense even though I didn't use good words. It eases the stress of the bended area, like when you're doing curved areas. And you want to make sure you don't clip through your stitching. See, so that eases that to where it's now going straight instead of fighting it. Good. Now I'm just going to reach in. Oh, that's right. You do want to clip your points. And somebody wanted rounded instead of point. And so they just, instead of stopping sharp and making that sharp turn, they rounded it, and then when they did the trim, they rounded the edges. So they did that with the composition book that I did the other day. So I made a list of projects that are great for doing batch sewing, and I did a list of gift idea things. So I know I spent July as Christmas in July gift giving, so but I might just continue to do it. One of my favorite childhood memories was my great grandmother. She would make beautiful aprons, and she made, and every Christmas, I was the only girl in my family. I have three brothers, but my dad's brother, his my family there was the mom, and then they had four daughters. So Ma is what we called my great grandmother. Um, she would make each of the mothers an apron, and then each of the granddaughters, which actually we were great granddaughters, an apron. And I loved getting a new apron every year. And they were just so special. And so I'm looking for a child apron because my little miss, she needs an apron. She's really starting to help out. And my great grandson, he's been helping out and he has his apron, but they've been using like their Home Depot apron, that they get when they go and do the kids' activities. So I'd like to make her a cute little apron. Um, okay, so I got them out as best I can do. And then I'll use my bone folder to do the rest, making sure I don't poke all the way through. You don't want to use a sharp object. Roslyn, hey, how are you? Welcome in. You in between classes or you catching in on a break, lunch break? Watching. Not bad. I forgot to turn the iron on. My arthritis in my thumb, it's just like, oh, don't know what I'm going to do. I'll come up with they got all kinds of tools. We'll still do. We'll still do our work. Okay, this is looking good. Um, Hobby Lobby just last week was their trim trim sale. So I went in and got more of my cotton thread. And I got white, even though they had different colors, but it's like if I'm going to get colored thread, I'm going to take my fabric in to match it. But I'm okay with doing the white. That's just going to be my thing. All right, so then we're going to press this so that it's flat. And that's where the little beeswax comes in handy because then I could get this on my fingers and and roll this to where I can get the edges out. And then this area, I didn't trim that. So I'm going to grab that and make sure it goes around the batting. Grab that and fold that under, and then that will, and then I'm going to press that so it'll be all nice and uniform. And then I'm going to do a top stitch, which I'm moving to a wider stitch. And for the top stitch, so I had just made the template just out of cardboard, but I'm going to, Kristen had said she made it out of chipboard, and I go, I have chipboard. And so then when I uh, made my other templates for something else, I made it out of the chipboard. So as long as it's, chipboard is only like 11 inches. So as long as it's not bigger than 11 inches, I can make it out of that chipboard. And I could also make it out of wood when I get some wood with the laser. Woo! Sorry, got a little dizzy there. Okay. It doesn't look like he said anything while I was gone. Uh-oh. What did you rub on the fabric during pressing? So this is beeswax, and I got it at Hobby Lobby. And And so it has holes in here where you can run your thread through it so that then it's easy to thread your needle. But I saw someone use it for their fingertips, and instead of licking your fingertips, and then rolled with the wax on your fingers, then you could roll these edges to get them out, because this is 2 pieces of fabric plus 2 pieces of batting, and so you want to make sure that you get the edges up before you top stitch. Hi, Robiness. So it's my first time using it because I just bought it over the weekend, and I like it. It's working, and it's so much better than licking your fingers. Yeah, it's just one of those things, and I prefer natural, and so it has the case, and so it stays nice and clean that way, and not get all over your tools. But yeah, it makes it easier to like roll these corners and then press, and make it a nice sharp clean edge. All right, so now I'm going to, and it was definitely made it easier to get this all lined up so that it is looking good. I can do a nice top stitch and catch all four of those layers in there. So that's what I'm going to do now. And hey, Mama Bear, thank you for coming in. Um, so I'm going to do a top stitch as close to the edge, and I'm going to do the back stitch um, at the start and at both ends so that I catch that, and then go all the way around. And the top stitch is the inside part of my presser foot. Yeah, it's like I can't go into Hobby Lobby unless I go straight in and straight out. Well, I was looking for those dish mats, Jess, so I could do that project with y'all this weekend, and nope, they didn't. They didn't have them. If I gone the first day they put them on clearance, I could have got them, but anyway, so I'll just be watching you. You do your crossbody purse. Because this is for somebody, I want to make sure that I don't have any drunk lines. I'm stopping right at the points so that it's really nice looking top stitch. Hey, 755. I hope you're healing. Are you going to be on tonight? Been praying for you, sweetie. If you wanna have a good time and get lit, go check out 755 Media on Wednesday nights at 755 Central. She does art. She shows off her garden. She plays music over there, which she can because it's her music. Her and Shandy Chic. Oh yes, yes. See, that's why I'm glad when my family bought a house, they were mindful of their her parents are older than me, and but I don't do stairs, but um yeah, they made sure that they bought a house that where the bedrooms are all ranch style home, they're all on one level. Oh, come on. These points are the devil right now. All right, made it through. Yeah. Well, we'll pray for it. Yeah. Lit, lit. Esther's probably in the bushes watching me make her item. Woo! At the finish line. Oh, y'all, this is looking so good. I did a good job on this one. Thank you, everybody. Well, the first time I made one, it was during a Zoom. Have the, yeah, I don't have the appropriate bowl for this. But, so there we go. That top stitching is really good. I did a good job on that. I'm not trying to brag on that, but I'm just saying I felt comfortable enough just to take my time and do it in front of y'all, and I did it. It worked out really good. So you can have it either like this and have the dark, because your bowl is going to be here. So this is what you're going to see while you're eating, or you can reverse it. And these are, you can wash these in your machine and dry them in your dryer. And you can, because this is 100% cotton, um, cotton fabric, cotton thread, cotton batting. It can go in your microwave. So you can put your bowl, like I had my daughter-in-law, um, uh, right now it's just her and my son at home. The rest of the fam is out. They're going to be coming. They're on their way home. The my grandson with my great grandchildren are on their way home, um, from visiting their family in California. But anyway, so she made this huge, oh, huge meal, not remembering that there's only two of them there. So she had me come pick up some of the chili yesterday. She wanted to drop it off, but I was stuck in Mexico. Anyway, um, so I went, and so it was like really nice to have my bowl of chili in here, and because it's pretty to look at, and it's just, whatever will bring you joy, you got to do it. So, so this is the lighter color on the, and then the darker on the outside. And um, so that's what the bowl koozie is. And then of course here's the ice cream koozie that matches it. So I need to make another one of these because um, my customer bought this and one of these. Um, same colors. But I've been using this as my scrap thing. So, um, oh, this one. So this one I use the marble on the back with the swirl, and because see it has the purple and the aqua and the turquoise, it will go good with this as well. I don't want to do too much. That kind of will look good, but I don't like to do too busy patterns. Like this is a nice swirl, and then this is, but then my ice cream koozie that I use that swirl with, I use the aqua um, polka dots with. These are medium polka dots, and this one is the thing. So the the next bowl koozie that I'm doing with the marble and the, and I have order for that. All right, so these are mine that I'm keeping, and this one I sold, and then I have to make another one of these that I sold. All right, and then of course um, the jar koozies. This one, this one I used at my family's house, and I had Hershey Kisses in there, so that was like my little thing. Hi, Baker Mythic. Hey, Craft Shay Shay. So, all right. So, want to see what I bought? Oops. Let me get the presser put on. So, let me show you my haul from the Hobby Lobby. So, I didn't find the drying mats to make that purse, but I found hats. So these wouldn't be good for embroidery, right? Because it has that seam in there, but it'd be good for, I can do rhinestones on there. So I got all that they had. So I got three hot pinks and a black one. So I got that. Um, and it was trim week. Can you use felt as batting? Fake or McFake. If you is I don't think it'd be I don't think that it'll be I don't know if it'll be washable. And is the felt you can use it if you're not going to put it in the microwave, and I don't know how washable it is. Can somebody that would be experienced answer that? Um okay, so for the cups, um yeah, I would say you could do that. Um and then so you're doing like quilting on doing some quilting. And I'm going to do one with like the diamond. So this is just diagonal. And then I'm going to do like a diamond one too. Um, but yeah, you can do felt as long as it's like absorbent. I like to like right now, so this is iced tea and it's keeping the iced tea cold. I don't use ice because of my esophagus, the dance. I don't know. I have damage in my esophagus. Anyway, so I have tea in here. It's keeping this dry and it's keeping this cold. Um, but I have the same batting in there. So Shay Shay Googled it. It says it's not microwavable. But if you're just going to use it like as a padding, you're going to be quilting it. So um, you can use it for that. But I don't know how washable it is. But you're not going to stick it in the microwave. Okay, so remember when I did these and I got this elastic and it's really too heavy because it's waistband elastic and but I couldn't find the rest of the stuff. Well, guess what? I found it. It's called fold over elastic, but at Hobby Lobby, it's called shiny elastic trim. And it is the same exact thing that I needed. So he only had it in black and white. Don't go shopping at my store because I bought it all. I got it for 99 cents each roll. So they had it just in black and white. And I didn't care that the packages were damaged. It wasn't taken. So this is going to be much easier to make these pin bookmarkers using this because it's lighter weight than this. Even though this is beautiful, but it's going to be easier with this because then it's not going to buckle up my pages like this. This is really strong. Anyhow, but yeah, this is what I mean. See, she looks a little pregnant right there. So this is definitely mine. I will actually take these out and fix that, but I don't care. But and these are the pens that I got that I'll be lasering names on it. So that'll be a gift. This is a great gift to make these, and I made a couple of them. And then oh, the one is actually in my binder. I mean my calendar. So, so I'll be doing like as for a gift idea would be a journal and then making one of these and including a pen and so that's a great gift idea. So I bought all those and then of course I bought all the white that they had. So I didn't leave any for anybody. I mean, they only had 3 rolls. Okay. Then project I have coming up requires ribbon. Can you embroider your name on them also? Yes. Yes, you'd be able to do that. And on this, you can embroider on those too. As long as you have the machine that can do that. Oh yeah, you got yours. Fake or mistake, you got one. Um, a bigger one. So anyway, so I don't have ribbons because I just don't have any ribbon. And so they had these bundles in clearance. Y'all, this was $5.49 and I got it on clearance. I paid 99 cents for all of this and they're like a yard each. And of course, this is what I needed for the project because they wanted it's somebody had ordered. And so anyway, so these are the colors that they wanted, but I'm attracted to these colors. So I said, I'm gonna have to make me one too. And look at all these fun colors. So many fun colors. And so it's a texture thing and everything. So anyway, so that's fun that I'm gonna be doing. And this might be going back. I don't think I need a blue. But anyway, so this is snow leopard. And then fleece, gray fleece to go with it. And then yes, Renee, I found it on Amazon too. Yeah. I found it on Amazon too, but Amazon's not being nice to me. Um, wait. Um, I have to call them, and I just can't do anything when I'm at my family's house because there's 8 of those fur babies to take care of, and and I'm otherwise just home alone, just taking care of me. So then this is some brown fleece and some pink flannel that are going to go together, and so these are the colors that are going to go with that. So yeah, I saw that fold over elastic in all those colors at on Amazon and I put it in my cart and I'll get it when things get better over here. But anyhow, so that was what I did. Um but that project is very much involved and I might do it live, but I definitely have to make one before. Um but there's still something else that I have to order because I couldn't find it in a store for that. Um, but so anyway, so Shisha, you're at the doctor's. Let me see if I didn't answer your question, please ask it again because I didn't see it. Um, Aaron, I think you asked me something about the. Okay, will you please do a live on the jacuzzi? I did do a live on the jacuzzi. I think it was so last week the dog bandana, and then the week before was the jacuzzi. But Here's the composition book notebook with the pocket folder. And then I have all of these jacuzzis to make. These are all ready to do their final stitching. So let's just do a vote. This is an hour and a half. I could end this live, or you can just hang out and watch me work, finish these up. What do you want to do? This one is, I love this. Shall I just call it bonus footage and just stay on? I can do that. I don't have to change anything. I can just finish stitching these. Okay. I mean, they're almost done. And then you could just watch. Hey, Dazzling. How you doing, Queenie? I did get some more fabric. I'm going to make a jacuzzi out of this one, too. It's just so... I love these jacuzzis. Okay, so let me just reorganize a little bit. And mason jar koozies. So for the mason jar koozies, you're going to need two 11.5 wide, 4 inches tall fabric. And so that would be for your lining and for your outside. And then you need for this trim here, that would be cut one piece 11.5 inch wide and 1.5 inch tall. So then you're going to use some batting that would hold temperature, and that would be, you just cut that larger than your 11.5 by 4 inch. And then after because when you're doing the quilting, um, it takes up some, and then you just will trim the excess off. So you could just watch the replay on that. Hey, Marilyn, and on how I did that quilting. And so then um, you're going to stitch this piece to your quilted piece, and then this piece, your lining piece, to your trim piece. And so that is where I'm at right now. And let me see, what else do we have? Oh, and then you're going to be doing the circles, your bottom. Those circles are going to be circles 3 3/4, so 3.75-inch round. You're going to have your bottom and your lining, and you're going to quilt your bottom piece. So for those just coming in, we had finished doing the bowl koozie, and whoops, oops, whoops, whoops, whoops. So we made this one today, the purple, and so then they want me to continue going and finish up some of these mason jar koozies. Now this one, I have the silicone, the red top, and this. So this part you can get at Walmart. This jar is a jar from Dollar Tree, and it fits in my cup holder in the car. I was so excited about that. Um, okay, so I've got all these all to there. Oh yeah, so you would need like um, a basting spray. I have a basting stick. Thank you, Shay Shay. And that's to attach the batting to the fabric while you're quilting it. And then you need a pin, which the Frizon or Frixon pin is heat soluble. Mine that I use is a water soluble. So I learned that after I get this quilting done, then I wash this to get that out because it's much easier to wash that. And I just get it wet and get all that blue ink out before I finish the project. That made it easier. Okay. So then I don't need any of this because I'm already done with all that part. Like I said, I do have a video, and for the part that you've not seen here, you can just watch that. So let me see. So we're going to quilt the outside layer, then in the upper, do this main bottom, stitch each line, attach trim piece to the main wrap. Be aware if you have directional fabric to have your fabric in the direction you want. This one isn't really directional, but I chose the lemons going this way more, but otherwise, they go both directions. But whatever you cut, I looked at each piece, which way I wanted them. Press the seams, batting, fold to match edges. Okay. Keep cozy folded, find folded edge mark with pen. Okay, so I need to figure out in my directions where I'm at, what's my next step, because I have all of these. I guess I need to. So this one is ready in this step. I just need to figure this out. So this is what I mean by batch sewing. So all of these are in the next step together. And I think this one is, already got it pressed like that. So that might be the one that gets finished first. Okay, so clip, stitch, quarter seam allowance along top. Quilt, use ruler and stitch each line. Attach trim piece to main wrap direction. Finger press trim piece up. Attach liner piece to trim piece. Quarter seams, back stitch, press seams, pressing batting towards. Okay, um, so then you're going to open these up and you're going to press each one of these towards the trim. So that's where I'm at now. Hey, Terry Hunt. It's so happy. Okay. All right, so then our next step is pressing towards lining, flip and press the right side, fold to match edges, press seams and pin, fold to match edges. Okay. Stick that there so you can watch it. Okay, so now we're going to fold and match these edges. Being mindful to match up the trim edges, because that's going to be noticeable if they're off. So that's the first part, the first matching up that I'm going to do. Seams. And I need to figure out where to, because it says to leave an opening. Well, how am I supposed to leave an opening? That doesn't make sense. Okay. Finger press trim piece up. Attach liner piece to trim piece, right sides together, facing 1/4 inch seam. Press seams. Press batting towards trim. Flip and press right side. Fold to match edges. Match seams and pin. Stitch a 1/4 inch seam, leaving big gap in opening. Am I supposed to do? Why would I leave a gap? Sorry, it's been a while. See, so I remember stitching. I'm sorry. I got to figure this out because it doesn't make any sense to me why I leave an opening in this thing. Okay. Okay. I'm doing it right. So I'm going to be leaving a gap. So I'm going to be stitching along here. I'm remembering now. And so I'm going to leave an opening here and stitch the rest of the way down. Then I'm going to be adding the bottom pieces, the circle pieces to those edges. Okay. I just didn't want to have to, since I'm batch sewing this, I didn't want to continue on with all of this if I was sewing it incorrectly. And that's a lot of seam ripping to do. Which I know last week y'all said, let it rip, and I'm like, okay. And so anyway, it's your time. I don't want to be wasting your time. Though I know you can just come and go as you want and then come back and see what the finished product looked like. So when I went and looked at fabric since I knew what my project was going to be, but I don't have any color scheme, and I just stare at it until it says you want me. It just gave me my heart flutters, and it's like, oh, you know. So I used to, when I lived in Chicago, I worked in a fabric store called Vogue Fabrics. It's actually in Wheeling, um, which is off. Um, it's oh gosh, directions. It's on the outskirt of Chicago. So I guess it'd be, I don't know the direction. Anyway, so, and I worked in the designer fabric room, and so I was just surrounded by all that beautiful fabric. And that's when I was making clothes for people. Um, oh, okay, you're telling me you're still here. Yeah, this is extended version over here as well. Um, I finished the project and now um doing bonus footage. Work with me. This one's not exactly lining up, but I want my trim to line up. So we will work with this. So when using this batting, I don't know where it is now. The heat and zap. Oh, here it is right here. So by using this batting, um, if you put your hot coffee in here, it'll keep it that temperature. Whatever you put it in, whatever temperature your drink is, your beverage, it'll stay it'll stay that way for a great length of time. When I make my morning coffee, I make 2 cups and I pour the other one in my jar, but I leave the lid off and I don't put it in the cozy and because I don't want it to be hot. I keep it in a mug if I want it hot. And so then when it gets room temperature, I'll put it in the refrigerator. So in 55, are you gardening or are you doing your art? And when I was talking about aprons earlier that my great grandmother would make us, she made the ones that were had the bib type thing and so it was a full apron. And I see some now that patterns, and they're buttoned so you could have it as just like a waist or the full. I like the full. If I'm going to wear an apron, I want a full apron because that's where my miss is. Alrighty. Okay, so now I'm going to do a 1/4 inch stitch along here. I'm going to leave an opening here and going to back stitch before and after in the opening. Hey, Geneva. And so when you get to this part, um, it's going to want to buckle up underneath the presser foot. So just keep your needle down, lift up your foot, and then use something to push that down in. And I'm going to pull my pin. So Geneva, this is what I didn't like, that glue going onto mine because it made my needle all sticky. What glue are you talking about? Are you talking about the basting spray, Stephanie? So this is the bowl koozie that I made, and that's what my thumbnail is about. So what you're watching now, Geneva, is extra bonus footage. I'm finishing up. These are the mason jar koozies. Um, so I just have a batch sewing, and the chat voted to for me to finish these up. So this is bonus footage. That's why the video is long. Stephanie, are you referring to um the basting? Thank you, Geneva. Because I was rubbing that, because it's the stick, and I was rubbing, if that's what you're referring to, and I was rubbing it on to the batting. I just did just a little tiny bit, just enough to get it to stick. Um, if that's what you're referring to. Okay, so this is where I'm at. So we're left an opening, because I know the next step is I'm going to put the bottom on here and the bottom on here, and then you're going to turn it all inside out. I'm just going to take a peek at my seam. So that's that step. And then we're going to do the same thing. Yeah, and Geneva. So it'll keep your beverage, whatever it goes into your jar as, it'll keep it that temperature. So like a lot of people like a lot of ice in their drinks during the summertime, and so it's going to sweat, and this absorbs all of that condensation. So it keeps your hand dry, it keeps your surface dry. I love them. And then also you can put your candy in, not chocolate in Texas. We don't eat chocolate outside, but um I had Hershey Kisses in here while I was watching TV at the family's house, and they kept the dogs out of it. Um, so I didn't put pins in here, so good thing I remembered to leave a gap. So what kind of gifts do you guys like to sew or make, whatever your talent is for holidays, for gift giving, no matter what kind of gift, no matter what kind of what season? This is a 1/4 inch seam. Mugs, tumblers, bling shirts, etc. Those boxy bags are so cute, Marilyn. I just don't have any zippers. Somebody buy me some coffee. I need some zippers. Those are so cute. You scared of zippers, Geneva? Um, Now I've sewn zippers in like pants and dresses. I've even done sewed the invisible zippers into garments. I just haven't made any any pouches or anything like that with zippers, because my training is in tailoring and stuff. So uh, did those, and then when I moved to Colorado, there was less. They wear Western wear. They're not designer clothes. So then I got into like draperies and then toy making, and that was draperies were not fun because they're kind of boring, but for me, but making making dolls and seeing the joy on the baby's face, the toddler's face, that was my heart. My niece sent me a picture of her doll that I made her. Let me see. She was born in 1982. She sent me a picture of her doll. It is still in good condition. So I found a picture of her when she was a toddler when I gave her the doll. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, I should I should post that because I hand embroidered the eyes, made the little nose and the mouth, everything. So it's like a cabbage patch version type doll, but they were quite the thing. I'm not a TV person, but my husband was, and he'd force me to sit down and watch TV with him. So I'd have a basket of doll heads um, by my chair, so I can hand embroider the eyes, or I hand stitched wigs on them. Oh, that was the life. I found Amazon to be a good, inexpensive place for zippers. I don't know why I ever bought short zippers because you can't cut them down if nylon. Yeah, those zippers, were they like 7 inches or 6 inches that you've been using? I've been looking for like a 32-inch zipper or 30 for a project that I want to do. It has to be minimum 30 inches. It could be longer, but I guess I'm going to have to find that on. I haven't looked on Amazon. I should confiscate my grandson's pants that he outgrows, um, and deconstruct them. Use the fabric and then also use the zippers. By the yard. Okay. Yeah, and I've seen enough videos to where I wouldn't be afraid of by the yard, because you think, it needs to be have that stopper thing on there, but you can make that now. I know to make it. So I've been looking into, 'cause I'm retired, so I'm on limited, just Social Security, and so I can't just go shopping. And the so I've been looking into Amazon Flex, and it's pretty good. And I went and to sign up for it. My phone's not compatible with the app, and so I finally had time to like investigate. And so I was leaving the family's house the other day, and there was a gal delivering, and I had seen her deliver before, and she's just in a regular car. And so I asked her, I says, "Are you Amazon Flex?" And she said yes. And so I was asking her about it, and she said, it's not very lucrative. It's like she makes $300 a week. Well, I didn't want to tell her $300 a week would be awesome for me, but I'm not supporting a family. And and so anyway, but $300 a week would be awesome for me. And my daughter-in-law said, right, you know. So anyhow, so I checked in. Um, what is Amazon Flex? It's your Amazon Flex is it's not shopping, it's delivering. So you get paid to deliver packages. And it's like you might be delivering like from Whole Foods, orders, or Walmart food orders, but it's otherwise it's Amazon. So they have you have a in other words, you're just working. It has to be in your area, which they just opened up in my area. And I mean they're hiring in my area. So you get in the app, which you will have when you get accepted to work for them, and you can go in there and you can find a time block that you want to deliver in, and a location. So it's a time block and a location block. Probably find the location first and then find the time block. And then you just go to the pickup point and pick up the packages that are to be delivered in that time block and location block. And then you get paid when you finish your job. And when you finish that day, you get paid. So anyhow, and there are benefits and stuff like that, like with insurance and gas and stuff like that. And anyway, and you work the days that you want to work, you work the hours that you want to work. Then you could also do, like I'd be working around my doctor appointments. And so if I finish my doctor appointment, because I never know how long it's going to take, if they're going to be doing biopsies or anything like that. So anyhow, but if I have the time, I can put myself as available now. And so then as soon as something um, shows up on the app, you have 15 minutes to go pick it up, or it goes to the next person that's signed up for the now. Anyhow, so it's just like this. So my phone is old, and it wasn't compatible. And so I got the requirements that it needed. You can have iPhone or Android. I'm an Android user, so you have to have Android 11 or higher. Mine's an Android 8. So I'm a bit out of date. So I need to upgrade my phone, and then I can do it, because you need to have like a four-door car or a SUV or a truck, with a bed, a cover on. The truck has to have a cover on the bed. Anyhow, so, and you just drop off the packages, and you don't have to chat with anybody. And so my area is Edinburgh, McAllen, and Mission. And I will only deliver me personally will only deliver to um, McAllen and um, Edinburgh, because Mission is what always gets me in trouble. I always end up in Mexico. Some parts of McAllen too, because it's right by Reynosa, Mexico. But anyhow, so I find it to be, I'm looking at it as a solution to um, going to Blinkfest, going to AG, next year, and and just doing my Amazon shopping, my sewing, because I was doing fine until I came back into sewing, and now I have material to buy. But working your own hours in your own days and getting paid. And if you because you can sign up. So like me, I would be signing up for a block before I go to bed. And because they'll know, because I would want to deliver in the morning, because it's already 90 degrees when I get up in the morning. And um so I'd want to do a morning shift. And so like with my fibromyalgia, I don't know if I'm going to be able to move or not. It depends on activity the day before, actually, is what, if I do a lot of lifting and stuff like that, it's a guarantee that I'm going to be sore in the morning. So then I could just cancel my shift, cancel that, and give it to somebody that is available now. I was thinking today, as my neighbor across from me was she they got a package today, and I didn't see it being delivered, but I was thinking, oh, I could deliver my own package. I can just put it inside my door. Because with my healthcare, they send $75 for me to get like over the counter stuff, but they also have other stuff like uh, the safety safety things for the bathroom. Like I have to have the chair, and I have the thing that goes on the side of the tub, the handle for that, all that stuff. So all that's covered on there, and it actually comes from Amazon. My thread came undone, or my needle, I mean. Renee, are you talking about the zipper by the yard comes with pulls? Those pulls, those pulls that I've been seeing from everybody's hauls from Applique Getaway. Oh, oh my goodness! Did you watch Eve on Sunday night? I think that's what y'all were talking about. Fill a bag. The bags were stuffed. So cute. I probably would have spent way too much time sitting there grabbing everything. Marilyn, did you get some of those zipper pulls? Bag full of zipper pulls? I know you said you didn't get a lot of stuff like everybody else did, but now you know for next year, right? Oh, you shared a bag with someone. Oh, a Highland cow. I bet that was so cute. Okay, let's see what our next step is. Keep cozy folded, find folded edge and mark with a pin. Oh, okay. Wait. Oh, okay. So this is what they mean. So now I'm going to mark this fold with a pin. Okay, so we're going to mark this with the pin. And so keep folded, mark with a pin, open up and match pin with seam, move to right and pin. Okay, do the same for lining piece. Now fold the circle. Okay. So making sure well, this is quilted, it's not really buckling. Okay. So Sharon got the Highland cow. Can get 2 bags from AG right now. but would gladly send you one when I can. Awesome. You know, she's the cowgirl. All right. So you're going to find your fold and put a pin in there and do it for the other side as well. Then you're going to open it up and you're going to match the seam with that pin. And I like to open up the seam and then you're going to pin that. And do the same for the lining. So I have found my fold and then going to open up my lining and match it with that pin and then stick the pin in that fold. Okay, so then now you find these. You find these here. So you're going to fold this. This one is because it's open right here. So I'm just going to make sure to have it smooth. Okay. And then you're going to put the pins in there as well. So I'm just putting a pin on that fold. In the fold. Kelly, did you just make I think you made a boxy bag with some cow fabric. I remember seeing you just make something with the cow fabric. That'd be so cute. Okay. So there we have. Hold on. Do the same for lining piece. Now fold. And match up pins. Okay. So then we're going to take our circle pieces and you're going to fold that in half. And mark that fold with a pin. And then fold it so it's folded like this. You have the pins. And then you're going to open it up and you're going to match those pins. I might be getting ahead of myself. Let me see. Now fold circle piece in half, pin both ends. Now match up pins and find new ends and mark with pins. Now repeat for the lining piece. Okay, so I shouldn't have taken that pin out. Okay, so we're just going to start that again. All right, so we're going to fold it in half. We're going to find the ends, the fold. Then we're going to fold it up, matching those pins, and then we're going to do this fold again. Okay, so then you have 4 pins. Then you're going to take the lining piece and do the same thing. I was wondering if better. Okay. So I finger press this, but just to make sure that it doesn't just stretch, I'm going to go ahead and put the pins in there. Okay. Now we're going to match now we're going to match these. So I'm matching these pins up. Taking one out and then stitching these together. I mean, pinning these together. Then I'm going to do the exact opposite side, directly across from it. This one is the seam and a pin, and matching that up and pinning. And then these other side ones. I hope that's making sense to y'all, for those that are following along. Okay, so then pin that. Matching those and pinning. So then I'll be stitching these 1/4 inch, stitching all around. So I'm just going to go ahead and add some more pins here. Okay. Here. And you want to make sure that fabric to fabric and the lining is out. Okay, so moving it back to a stitch. And then okay, so you're going to want the bottom of your koozie to be the one that's on the machine. So you're going to be stitching it like this. Here's the bottom. And then that way you can guide all of the bulk out of your way and not under your needle. And you'll start with uh, the 1/4 inch seam. You're going to be doing the back stitch at the beginning and then at the end as well. And so what you're going to do is 1/4 inch all the way around and then do it again 1/4 inch all the way around. You want to double stitch it on the same stitching the best you can, um, just to give it some extra, because like you want it to last. You don't want it to come apart because of the weight, and like with it being wet, from the condensation. Okay, so you're not going to hear me talking while I'm stitching because of the noise cancellation. People say, "Oh, you got such a quiet machine." It is pretty quiet, um, but it's really quiet when I'm sewing because of the noise cancellation. I stitched it to make sure that this seam is open. I think it reduces the bulk that way. Um, Okay, that's round one. The second lap is easier because because the fabric's already sewn together. And so you're not trying to keep pieces together. But I noticed where I did one area that, well, I don't know, it might be just the quilting thing. But anyway, so it looked like I did like maybe an eighth in that one area. So then when I came back around and did another round, then it compensated for that. So it had a nice 1/4 inch. All right, so now I'm going to do the lining piece. Same thing, bottom to the machine. Two laps around. Then we'll turn it inside out, outside in, whatever, right side out. Okay, I'm doing my second wrap for the lining. Okay, Jesse. Yeah, I'm gonna finish this one and then I've got to go. My foot is swelling and I'm getting delirious. I'm hungry. I'll finish I'll finish I'll finish the rest of these. See, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 after I get something to eat. Thank you for coming in, Jesse. Okay, so then um got those. So now what we want to do, or not that we want to do it, but what we are going to do is then just do some clipping around the edges to um, ease the fabric. We're not going to clip my hair. I did trim my hair this morning already. It's about 2 inches shorter than it was this morning. And it's okay if you're going, because like the quilting goes all the way to the edges. It's okay if you clip into that. You just don't want to clip into your stitching that connects the bottom to the sides or to the wrap. I'm probably clipping more than needs to be. I'm a little excessive sometimes. But I'm making sure that I'm not cutting into my wrap. Okay, that's the bottom part. I mean, that's the, yeah. Renee, how's your? Are you working on your that replacing that quilt piece that you the square that you did without batting? Yes, and Marilyn, I tape like you tape, and it's not because I learned taping from you. I'm excessive with taping, just like clipping. Yeah, we're a lot alike, even though we didn't grow up with each other. Now you took a break to have lunch. Oh, what did you have today? You know, I'm always nosy like that. All right, so then we're going to turn this inside out. I'm turn right side out, fiddle with the opening to get seam to lay flat. Okay. Yep, I was doing it right. Once again, hey Tuck, how are you doing? So I finished my project, which was the bowl koozie, and then I had some other sewing to do to finish um, the jar koozies, the mason jar koozies. So this is some bonus footage here. Normally, because I think my I was only an hour in, but finished the project. But I was doing batch sewing. But I'm going to finish this one and then end the live because this girl's hungry. Hungry. So if you were here earlier, I was saying my daughter-in-law, because right now it's just her and my son that she's cooking for, but she's used to cooking for the big family, and they're on their way back from California. But um, anyway, so she made too much food, which I always get to benefit from that, and I do not mind at all. But it was like so good. But I think food in general always tastes good when somebody else makes it, right? Okay, so then I'm just pushing out these the edges, and then same thing for up here. This is the lining piece. Now, when my lining is did it before too, so I think it's just the way that the lining is going to be. What size is a jar? Um, this is this is from the Dollar Tree, and it's called canning jar. It's not the 32 ounce. This fits in my car, my drink thing in the car. So I'm thinking it's the 12 ounce. I might not have written that down. Maybe, yeah, so it's a 12-ounce jar. I didn't write down I didn't write down the measurements for the 32-ounce jar because it's just too big for me to hold with my arthritis in my hand. I wouldn't be able to hold it. 12 ounce is good. Okay, so then now what we're going to do is we're going to stitch this close, and I am not going to do a hand stitch. I'm going to do a stitch on the machine. So that actually, um, so when you do that, then basically, if you want it, so see, it's barely even noticeable. But if you wanted to make this a reversible koozie, then go ahead. You would hand stitch that. But really, that doesn't even look, I did the very teeny tiniest. But all your quilting is actually on this side. This is not quilted. I would call this not reversible, but it could be reversible if you needed it to be. But see, all your quilting is on this side. Oh, and that's what I did too, is I'm not doing it with this one right now because there's tea in it, but I put it in there and then I ironed that. I had it upside down and I ironed that. Okay, so here's my opening, and I'm going to use my beeswax. Get my own beeswax. And which then helps me to fix this to where it's, because right now it's rolled over. So now that's really nice. So these measurements, Geneva, are you want 2 pieces of fabric that are 11.5 inches wide and 4 inches tall. And well, these are all stitched together now. So 11.5 inches wide, 4 inches tall. And then the batting um, is also, I use the cotton batting, the Wrap-N-Zap, uh, just because that's what I have. But then it also will keep your beverage warm if you have it warm, or cold if you have it cold. Um, and you're not really going to put this in the microwave like you do the bowl koozies or the ice cream. You're not going to put ice cream in there, but if you're going to use like cup of noodles or cup of noodles or any of those cup things like the mac and cheese, oatmeal, if you're going to put that in here and then put this in there, so that you're lifting it out of the microwave just by these tabs. You want to make sure that you're using 100% cotton, 100% cotton fabric, cotton thread, cotton batting. Um, so hem tape, would that be heat and bond? Renee, would that be heat and bond? I have heat and bond. Or stitch witchery. I have stitch witchery somewhere. Like heat and bond. Mm, I'll check into that for the next one, but for this one, while I'm live, I'm going to just do this. Geneva, I have a full tutorial on my channel for I think it's a couple weeks back. Last week I did the bandanas. Last week I did the reversible dog bandanas with the scrunchie. And I think the week before I did the jacuzzis. Because you do quilting. You do quilting on it. Yeah, I saw you using the hem tape for your box bag that you did. I'm like, I wouldn't want to fiddle with down inside. Well, I've got to do it again because it didn't catch part of it. Yeah, yeah, it was tight in there. Okay, so then you're going to put the sorry, somebody's at the had to take a peek outside. So then pushing my lining in there. So then you want to just make sure that your trim is is even. It should be like a half inch. So I'm just bringing this up so that it's equal. And then I'm going to press it and then top stitch it. This is just beeswax. I got it, Hobby Lobby. Okay, so I'm going to start at the seam. And just do a top stitch. Well, let me get it in there. Probably should do it the other way, but I want to do it this way. I want to do it this way. I think I just had some drunk stitches. Oh, it turned out good. I thought it like swerved. Didn't walk a straight line. So Geneva or anybody else that wants for the 32 ounce, I'll find the measurements for the 32 ounce and put it in the description of the video tutorial that I did for this. So this is the finished jar koozie. And this is the lining. Now the this one's for me, but I would have made sure that this matched up to where then it's top stitching along here too. So it's just going underneath there, but that's why I wanted to do the top stitching on the outside, because then this is what people will see. But I wouldn't, I wouldn't, I wouldn't sell it like that. Here's my top stitch underneath there. This is stitched there, so it's not a problem. It's just a um, preference for how it looks. My sewing teacher says the inside of your garment should look as beautiful as the outside. So that's what I'm always mindful of. But my trim matched up perfectly there. And I like this. This is gray. It's different shades of gray. It looks like it has some taupe in it, and then aqua. It's very calming to me. So this is when people think, oh, you're kind of an introvert, but also an extrovert. And so, yeah, I mean, I like the bright colors too. So, so, um, yeah, so the video originally was for the bowl koozies, and here's the bowl koozie, and these are reversible, so you can have it whichever direction you want. That's what you want to see because your bowl is going to fit in here, and so you're going to see these edges, and or these. And this is the one, this one I made before, and this is the one I made today, live today. Hey, Eve. So I finished this within like an hour of the video, and I have um a bunch of the jar koozies, mason jar koozies, that I'm doing a batch sew for, and everyone voted to continue going. So I just finished this one, and I still have 6 more to finish, but not during this live. This is already over 3 hours, so almost 3.5 hour live, and this girl needs some food, and my foot is swollen. So I'm going to be ending the live and go get some lunch. I have spaghetti. Um, and so this is like the marbled, and then this is a nice floral. So you can have it either direction too, because it's reversible. I might make my bucket hat out of this one too. And then this is the ice cream koozie out of the same fabric. Here's the other one. And here's the other ice cream koozie. I love these. And they make a nice thread basket too. So it's good to see you, Eve. I love these. Yeah, I'm gonna get something to eat and take some medicine so that my swelling can go down. And oh, these are baby's booties rhinestones, neon purple and neon blue. Hey, Tuck. And so anyway, yeah, this is Eve. This is what I wanted to put on our tote bag that we got last Bling Fest. But I need to know if I could do it with my press, if I could do the stones, and then but then I would put the monogram in the middle. I think I'll have my bullets, but no, I can't do that because this is a customer's. Yes, I love the colors together too. I wanted something bright, and but yeah, so this one is a customer's, and then I have to make another one of these to match it, and uh, but this one's already sold. This is mine. Um, with the little ice cream can fits your. You know what? My bigger mason jar fit in these, and but um, but This fits perfect. So, this is the 12 ounce. So it does fit in, it does fit in there. Oh, okay. So you're asking if the ice cream fits in the drink cozy. It's it it isn't because it's too tight up here. Yeah, this is if you're talking about this, then this, of course, this is empty, but so like holding ice cream, holding this, it's too cold for my hands. And so anyway, hi Diane. And so it's like that's why I wanted to make the ice cream koozie so that then I could hold it. So I have posted on my family page. Um, it's like, does anybody else have a pint for? I can't be the only one that has a pint for lunch, you know. And it's like kind of a play on words, but yeah. So that. So, but will it fit in the drink koozie? Oh, well, okay. So no, the ice cream won't fit in the drink koozie. Is that what your question is, Marilyn? Did I answer your question? So Diane, this is what I made today. The tutorial was on making the bowl koozie. And then and then I had some other work to do, and so I did the jar koozies. Okay. So the mason jar koozie. But I have the full tutorial on the mason jar koozie from a couple weeks ago. Okay. I just wanted to make sure because you know how it is. Like when you go back and when you're doing the video and then you go back in and watch or read the things, it's like, oh, I missed that question. I wish I would have seen it, you know, because we don't see all of the all of it. So I'll finish these offline because this wasn't part of my tutorial, but people wanted me to like keep going. And but I'll finish those up because I do need to get them finished. And then I need to make another one of these in the same materials because I had a customer that wanted a bowl koozie and an ice cream koozie in this fabric. So I do need to do that. So that's what I'll be doing later today. Thank you, Terry. Thank you. Thank you. And I love these. I went because I was pet sitting at the family's house, you know, last week, and so I took this and my jacuzzi and my ice cream container, and I took that with because they have a wood table, but if you put like something hot on there or cold, then it leaves a mark. And they usually used like placemats, but I don't know where they were, so I took that with me because you know this fabric just gives me joy looking at beautiful fabric. So anyway, okay, well thank you everybody for coming in. And Terry, Diane, glad I was still here when y'all came in, and Eve, and hopefully you can watch the replay. It's 3.5 hours. I don't do long videos, but anyway, so I was thinking of doing a work with me, just to get some things done. Um, and but that was going to be another. So I want to do like a recap. This month was about things to do for giveaways. I mean for gifts. Made the bandanas. They're reversible. And it has the scrunchies. And so I did the large one fit my grand dog Kevin, but then this is a small, but it's too big for Whiskey. Who? Well, you guys didn't see Whiskey. Um, it was the cat that joined in on the video. But anyway, so I have to make that smaller, and then so that I did that, and then this was last what this was last Wednesday. This is a composition book cover with a pocket. So the VW van and um, polka dots. So anyway, so this was fun to make and easy to make. Um, I'll be making some more, and then jar koozies, ice cream koozies, bowl koozies. Oh, the um these would be good to make for like on give as a journal, and then you can laser the name on the pens and give it as a thing. So I do have this is actually waistband elastic, but I just found the fold over elastic. You can get it on Amazon, of course, but I found the one that you need. This is the best kind for those bookmarks because it's thinner, it's better for the journal. And it's still pretty. So I got black and white, but you can get other colors from that. But anyhow, so these were fun to make too, and I made a couple of them. This one, this one's I have this on my journal. Um, so um, anyway, all right. So I am going to go. I can't. I've got everything all like poured out here now. Where's my mouse? Uh-oh. Now I don't know what happened. There we are. Phew. Anyway, all right. Thanks, Aaron. I'm going to talk to you later and see what you're making. See if I can help you. Oh, you have made great progress. Gail enjoyed your live. I need to make some ice cream koozies for my Ben and Jerry's Chunky Monkey. Chunky Monkey's good. And you know what? So I took my koozie in to the grocery store with me to see what else fits in here. And before I go and say that you can use cup of soups and all that kind of stuff with it. Um, and there's the gelato in a jar that also fits in here too. It's right next to the um, Bluebell ice cream. So anyway, yeah, soup and grilled cheese sandwich. I miss having grilled cheese sandwich. All right. Hopefully I've answered all of your questions. If I didn't, I'm sorry I didn't see it. You can with an easy press, and possibly your press but needs something to fill the void. Okay. Yeah, I have the easy press, and I think it's going to it might fit under it. It probably be better, Eve. Would it be better with like the HTV Ront press that comes all the way out and then stick the tote bag inside there? I might have to bring it with me to Blingfest and make it there with your HTV Ront. So, okay, I'm going to go. I got to get some lunch. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you for hanging out with me. Uh, I don't normally do long lives this long, but you're all still here, and I appreciate that. Hopefully, you remember to hit the thumbs up, and it's good to know. Thinking of making them for Christmas gifts for a lot of the new retirees in my family. Nice. So, okay, everyone, have a great day. Hey, rest of your day. Bye. Peace and love.